come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He's going to bring it out from deep. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Leaves it with the running back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun to give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. He tries to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. Keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Quarterback will keep it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Rodgers. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught on the outside, it's Thurman. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And how easy was that for this offense? Tight end just wide open on the outside.
Hey, and Reese, one thing, I know this defense is concerned with all the speed offensively they've got at the wideout position. Can't forget about the tight end. There's no way that guy should be that wide open on the perimeter of the field.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Touch pass on the run. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw it again. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. The give to the tailback. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. This crowd knows when to bring it. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Thurman. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
To throw, it's Henderson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Texas A&M going quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Makes the catch at the 30. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Feeling some heat. They got him. It's a for this defense to turn it over on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't...
What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and read this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Coming after it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to lead more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Texas A&M 0.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Right back to it. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The Buckeyes want to move quickly. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Tackled there by the defense.
And how about the true freshman, trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football. And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. They talked about a lot, a high recruit, everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and here.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you got a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
How do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
He'll work his way down to the 28. The Aggies want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Keys. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
He's brought down at the 13-yard line. 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oklahoma State escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Pokes fans could have done without this one being so close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On 4th down, looking to pass. What a spectacular layout and catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes his connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Aggies!
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fair catch, called for and made. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going downfield for the big play. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play. But there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
On third down, going up top, finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
With the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Number 13, Halsey in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's the end of the... Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, you just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trying to get